Everyone, it's me, Editzzz Monster here. And today we're doing a video about the problems with companies of every topic. Video games, manga, anime, comics, cartoons, and so many other things. But I'm putting these videos separate, like comments will get their own video. And anime cartoons are going to have their own video. So let's do the manga and video game industry and a little bit of cartoons. Wait, movies. Yeah, movies. Please. The video game industry is well known for making video games. Games such as the Sonic franchise, Mario, and so many more. But nowadays, we're not getting so much new content from companies. Instead, we always get something else. I know we're living in a time where games like Fortnite is dominating the landscape, but we do get some bangers here and there. Back to the time where we're not playing live service games 24/7 a day. Instead, we're playing games that make us feel like we're part of the game, like God of War or Dark Souls, and so many more. But nowadays we see companies going downhill. Rocksteady is a perfect example of how to lose your audience. But for this category, I'm only looking at two companies, Nintendo and Square Enix. Starting off with Nintendo. Nintendo was a big part of our childhoods. Heck, we were all, most of us were growing up with the Nintendo Wii as our first gaming console. And we all love playing that game. Like Wii Sports, aka the greatest game that I ever made. And so many games that were in the Wii. But nowadays, people are seeing Nintendo not as the company that made the most hype games of all time. Instead, they're just seeing Nintendo as a greedy company that doesn't give zero fucks about their fans. And recent examples include they copyright strike most YouTube channels that are trying to talk about their games and play their games. 2, the high price points. Like, damn, why the hell they're making their games way expensive? Like, they're almost close to the $800 mark. And 3, they don't release new games for their systems anymore. Instead, they just rely on games that came out almost a decade ago, like Super Mario Bros. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and Lost Tears. And so many more. Time is wasted with. I know games take long to make, but can Nintendo just make a new game for Mario, Samus, and Link? And don't get me started with the Pokemon franchise. Like, they got beaten by Power World, who they decided to make something new for the catch the monster genre. Enough with Nintendo. So let's get to Square Enix. Square Enix is well known for their Final Fantasy series, but They're also known for the Dragon Quest series. But before that, they were known for making a variety of games, not just the RPGs genre. But ever since they never made another Parasite Eve game, aka a horror game. Also, if you want to learn more about Parasite Eve, go check out a retrospective video. It's basically a documentary about each of the games and why the franchise fell to obscurity. They got used to back to Square Enix. They got used to making RPGs, and most of the time we always get a new Final Fantasy and a new Dragon Quest. And we always thought that there would be something new from them. But nope, it's going to be another installment of the Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest series. And it's starting to get boring. I know Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are their two biggest IPs, but just give Parasite Eve another try. I really start to like Parasite Eve. Heck, I'll probably say that I like it more than Final Fantasy. But recently, Square Enix is starting to lose the audience that they built for almost 20 years, or close to 30. Because recently, they announced that they're making a crypto coin, and they're doing live service games. And people are upset with Square. Like, damn, Square, why in the world did you decide to do this to your audience? Us, the gamers. And I really hope that they fix their problems. And this one's to be short because Disney. Yeah, Disney has fallen off a lot, losing almost $1 billion last year with flops and flops, just relying on nostalgia to get their monies back, and letting Pixar to use the bean mouth style of animation to make new movies, and now they're going to release more sequels for series that really should have ended years ago. We're getting Frozen 3 and probably a Moana live action movie. Well, damn, we never got leaks about that. And Incredibles 3. But I'm more excited for Incredibles 3 because Incredibles deserves to be a trilogy. But then there's Toy Story 5. Toy Story should have ended with Toy Story 3 or 4. Since I believe that it was a good send out to Woody as a character, as a protagonist. But nope, Disney wants to make another sequel to a franchise that should have ended, like the rest. And now let's get into the dark rabbit in the room. Shueisha. Yes, Shueisha, the Japanese marvel of manga, has been criticized for its questionable decisions of 3 individuals that created manga. They are well known for making millions of dollars in sales. That being the author of Toigo, the author of Act Age, and Sooner. These two have done questionable things to. Oh my god, I'm dead. I am so dead. To underage people. Like the author of Toigo literally order I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say this other part. Spend his money on someone. And then the author of Editzzz literally did things to a girl. Well, even though Shueisha has banned the Editzzz author, but they let the guy who made Twinkle to continue on working manga. But people tell Shueisha to not let him work again. So they cancel Build King. But we don't know if he's going to work on a new manga or he's not going to work for manga forever. But then there's the reason in case of Nobuhiro Watsuki, the author of Rurouni Kenshin, that the series celebrated its 30th anniversary. People are pissed that Shueisha didn't take this thing serious because one, Watsuki was arrested for possessing over 40 DVDs of I'm not going to say this on YouTube, and he admits that he likes underage girls. And what did Shueisha do? They just let him back into the company. And even Oda himself, and so many other mangakas, like the mangaka behind My Hero Academia, pleaded for him to continue. But Araki and so many others, like Kubo, didn't want to draw anything for Watsuki. Heck, even Araki decides to not do his realistic art style for Kenshin. And speaking of the Kenshin tribute arts, we got tribute arts from each mangaka, such as One Piece, Hunter x Hunter, Gintama, Tokyo Ghoul, Vagabond, and so many more. And people are starting to think that Shueisha is not the Marvel for Japan. Instead, it's more like business over for the people. Well, this is why I don't want to use Kenshin for any of my videos anymore. Hey, I will not even talk about Kenshin as a series. Please. And this is the problem with these companies. They don't care about what's going to be new for anything. They just rely on IPs that most of us know. And we hope that they don't care. So yeah, that's it for part 1 of this video series. If you like it, subscribe for more. And leave a comment down below.